You just feel El DeBarge, right? Dinner to the rhythm of the night. I want RuPaul to have a crush on me. Oh, bitch. Hello. So it's been a while, y'all. If you don't know who I am, I don't blame you. My name is Daisy. I, at this point, was a drag queen. Last show I did was in February, and I haven't done drag since. I thought about doing a full-fledged makeup tutorial. Only problem, my makeup is beyond expired. So we're gonna give it a shot anyways. We're gonna call this the expired makeup challenge. As you can see, quarantine has done me well. I have grown this beautiful mustache. She's gonna have to go. So I thought I'd do that on camera here for you. It's been around since like March or so?
It's March.
I'm really worried. I've seen some sun since March. I'm worried I'm just gonna have like white lip. It's too thick. It won't cut through it. Oh. I'm gonna go take care of the rest of this and then come right back, okay?
A few moments later.
Wow. I am now a bona fide little boy. Now that the shaving's out of the way, the trauma is cleared with, I'm going to start covering my brows. Covering my brows has been a journey. Started with the glue stick. The problem with it is that it's water-based and I sweat so much that I just melt that away as soon as I start killing it. Honestly, from the moment that I put the corset on, it's just buckets and buckets. I switched to Pros-Aide. This stuff is like medical grade adhesive that I put up in my brows. It keeps them stuck down. So we're gonna start with that. This is, that's my applicator brush. Get it nice and like, see that? See how nasty that is? That's what we're looking for. We're just gonna like shove that in there. We're just gonna do it. What?
Nothing.
Oh, sis. Okay, great. While that's getting chunky, we're gonna go in and try to color correct. I'm gonna go in with some old Ben Nye. Orangey boy. This orangey boy right here. I just look crazy. Jackie Cox who? I'm also gonna go in under my eyes because they are very dark. This is everything we need. We're gonna tap that brow again. Great. While that continues to dry, I'm gonna powder this. We're gonna go with some super white. This is otherwise known as clown white, and this is the stuff that will give you clown lung. Also gonna wanna look for a pad with a lot of crust.
Oh, wow.
It's done. The real goal is to look like Dame Judi Dench. We're gonna move on to the base. In this case, it's the Krylon TV paint stick in the color Gigi. You're also gonna need 2 crusty beauty blenders. We're just gonna start swiping this thing on. Oh, yeah. And now that we have that first layer down, we're just gonna blend it out. I wanna pull my face as hard as I can. Yeesh. See how that looks really bad? We're gonna take a highlight color. We're gonna put that on all the high points, on the bones. That's it. There we go. Fabulous. And then we blend. This is super interesting. I'm just blending. This is going great. This is going great.
This is going great.
This is going great. These brows are gonna look chunky.
Yeah.
Like chunky monk. But we laid down the foundation, the highlight, and now we're gonna powder. And now that we have powder, we're gonna buff it out. Great. I feel awful. Next, we're gonna go in with some clown white. Nasty. Everything's been nasty in this video.
Garbage. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take the highlighting beauty blender and just try to like just smudge. Oh yeah, you see that? That's what you're going for. That's artistry. We're ready to do the eye. These are my makeup brushes. They're from Wish. They're not good. We're gonna use the dirty brushes. First, we're gonna lay down just a little protective barrier under the eyes. We're gonna experiment a little bit. This is the Urban Decay Electric Palette. Start with the lightest shade, and that's gonna be that sort of chartreuse. And we're just gonna pack that on. See this moss green? Florals for spring.
Groundbreaking.
The next color we're gonna use is also from secondhand makeup that I received for free years ago. But she has a dark green that I wanna use. Shove it in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then I'm gonna go in with this really hot pink color. This is also from the Urban Decay Electric Palette. Great, so now we have this like watermelon sugar fantasy. We're gonna go in with some purple.
Ooh, the purple makes like indigo with the green.
So that's the, this is the color on one eye. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera and then we'll go to the next step. So we just finished the other eye. Now we're gonna work on cutting that crease and we're gonna use one of my favorite products, the NYX gel liner. You have to get it in white and in black. This stuff is great. It's waterproof. It goes on like butter. We just pack that on there and then just go for it, you know? Great. So that's the upper lid. Next we're gonna put the little triangle in the inner corner, sort of open up the eye, just like, oh yeah. Whoa. So the white eyeliner is done. I get a just a white highlighting powder. Woof. This I got from Amazon, and I know it is cheap as humanly possible. But I ran out of white eyeshadow like, oh my god, like no one's business. And now you could stop here if you wanted just a nice, like, easy, bright daytime look. Okay, so we have the white done. All of this like excess white, like that's gotta go. Ugh. This is the black NYX gel liner. This one's special though because it's so old it has a crack in it. And we're gonna like try to see if it'll go on. Hey. Okay, so we're gonna call that one upper eye done. Great. Is that bottom line perfect? No. Will it ever be? No. All right, so I'm gonna do the other eye and then I'm going to set all of the black with black eyeshadow. Next, we're gonna go in with this is Maybelline. Whoa, Black Betty, Maybelline! We're gonna take that goodness and we're gonna just try to blend our natural lashes in a little bit. I don't do a bottom lash because it makes me look crazy. Like, remember when you're doing your makeup, like, what story are you trying to tell? And like Daisy really, like when you see Daisy at the club, think like, where are her friends? Is she okay? Does she have a ride home? You know? This is probably the step that you like really want to make sure that you are not using expired makeup because it will go in your eye and it could hurt you. So we're just gonna do the other eye now. Now that eyelashes are done, we're gonna move on to my favorite part of the makeup. Once I add the brows, like, that's the true tea, sis. Like, I'll finish a brow and it's just, it's just great. So I go in with two different colors for my eyebrows. I'll do a base color, both of them in Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. It's the best, like you can't tell me otherwise. So I'm gonna go in first with the color Caramel. I'm gonna start out just by like mapping it out. So I'll start just by mapping out with little dots. I then find 2 little spots. I really wish that I could tell you how I map these out on my face and how I get them symmetrical, but it's literally just because I remember where the spots are. Like it just feels good. And then I sort of just like connect it from there. Just go for it. So now that we have this like general up swoop chunk, I'm just gonna throw a little tail on her. Wow. God. Okay, this is where the important part comes in. Knowing that they're not gonna match. Yeah, they're sisters. They're not twins. Sometimes they're not sisters. Sometimes they're cousins. And some nights you show up to the club and they're not even friends. Remember the last time I was in drag, Taya? You were there.
I was.
Remember when I put pizza down the front of my pants?
And then you fed it to my mouth?
That was you. Plot twist, Governor Kate Brown was in the audience that night and she was like, we're locking this shit down. Everyone stay inside. We're just gonna let that dry. Now that we have that layer dried, I'm gonna go in with the dark brown. We're gonna do the little like knockoff Valentina hairs because I lack originality. So with this, I sort of start with like this first little brow hair, and then I'm gonna go along the whole bottom and sort of like ombre it from the bottom up. So once we have that like first layer done there, and now we're gonna go in and make the individual little hairs. Just makes it look like a little more graphic and like shitty. That's what we're going for. All right, we have 2 brows. Do they match? Kind of. Do they look really messy? Yes. Now we're gonna go in and try to clean up that bottom line. Just take some more of that nice white we used to cut the crease, and we're just gonna go in along the bottom here.
Wow.
So he just sort of like sharpens her up. Now we're gonna go in and contour. I'm gonna be real with you. I use an eyeshadow palette for my contour. So we're gonna like get some on this nifty little brush, and then we're gonna start at the top of the ear and go to the mouth. Go ahead and just get it in your hair and everywhere. So once we have the cheeks, I'm just gonna cut these little corners off at the end of my jaw. Sort of help like round it out so it's a little less like, I always like blend it down with my mouth open. Wow. Yeah. 2 little lines. And then under the nose. I don't really contour my nose very much because she was blessed. Okay, cool. So this is like the base contour that we got down. First, I'm gonna take some of this powder. And I'm just gonna go from the bottom of my ear to my jaw, sort of help cut that line. Fabulous. So we're gonna leave this powder on to bake. It's really like flashy right now, but after it's been there a while, it's gonna be really subtle. Blush first. Now this is probably the most embarrassing step because it is like unacceptable. But this is the empty case to what used to be a blush powder. We're gonna use it anyways as a blush.
Sunburnt.
I'm gonna say that's it. Highlighter. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow Kit. We go in with Gumdrop, and we're just gonna just seamlessly blend. Fabulous. See that now? I'm gonna go on my nose. Boop, boop, boop. And then take my little finger and go. Okay, so the last steps that we need to do. This has been baking, so I'm gonna go ahead and just swipe this off here. Boom. Now that this is all set, all I have to do now are lashes and lips. And so I'll usually I use setting spray for several layers. I'm pretty positive it does something. I wouldn't keep using it if it didn't. But even if it doesn't, like, get into this fantasy, sis. Looks like a glazed donut.
You do. Just wet. Just dripping wet.
Next up is going to be lashes. These I found in my makeup kit. Only advice with lashes is just like blind confidence. You just sort of like, whoop. The key is to get it going up and out. We're gonna hold it like this. Like everything's fine, and our government's fine, and our country's fine. Wow. We're just gonna leave it alone for now. The glue's still drying. It'll continue to dry. We're gonna move on to lips. Any of the foundation or anything that's like been on my lips already, I wipe that off. I cannot stand it. So after we've wiped down our canvas a little bit, I normally would just go in with like any long-lasting liquid lip. The brand that I've stuck with the longest has been Jeffree Star's liquid lips. Some of these aren't even that old. I got them like in January or February, but these lipsticks are expired beyond belief, and so they will go in the garbage. I will be using the
Ciate London.
Just a red liquid lip. Really, anything will do. Just know who you're buying and who you're supporting. So the key, typically for me, is to just slightly overdraw the lip, but keep with the natural sort of like pout, so it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that upper lip just like, we're gonna revisit her. Bottom lip, draw it way bigger. Otherwise your lips are just gonna look really weird. That's like as good as it's gonna get today. Yeah, I mean, this is basically the look. I'm gonna throw a wig on and a dress, and we're gonna complete this look and like finish it up for you, okay? Wow. Oh, so here's the finished look. She looks, I mean, really last step and last little like tidbit, little trick. This is one that I get chastised for quite a bit. You're seeing it now, and I'm doing it without hesitation and without fear. And that's the important thing. And that's gluing on your earrings with super glue. Does it make sure that those earrings go on and never come off again? In my experience, yeah. And you're just gonna stick it on. Hold it for a few seconds. Wow, fabulous. Other ear. Okay. This is looking like the finished look. I feel disgusting. Thank you for following me on this journey. Yeah. Bye.